الآن سيقوم الدكتور شهريار بتقديم برزنتيشن عن الرايسك.
تمام. كبر.
السلام عليكم، وياكم دكتور شهريار مندوب مكتب العلم جولفار. Rise of technology, race results. This presentation will discuss three main components: the rising technology, the PPI's shared properties, and the indications. The first is rising technology. Why technology is required? As you know that any PPI depends on two mechanisms to start the onset of action. PPIs depend on the absorption and the activation to start the onset. Rising technology to ensure that all PPIs to be protected from the gastric acidity, Julphar has developed a technology called the double protection technique. The double protection technique contains both pellets that are coated enterically in the hard gelatin capsule. By this means, the product is completely sure to reach the duodenum and cross the gastric acidity. Part 2. PPI's shared properties. Onset of action. As you know that any PPI has to go through two processes to start the onset: the absorption and the activation. Time of absorption. Omeprazole is rapidly absorbed. This diagram shows that the omeprazole is the fastest among all PPIs to be absorbed, about 0.5 the hour. Activation in parietal cells to cyclic sulfonamide. This diagram shows that the activation of all PPIs is varied. The omeprazole of 1.4 hour, rabeprazole 4.12 hour, pantoprazole 4.7, and lansoprazole 1.5. Absorption is limiting step at pH 2. If we add the two components we discussed previously, we will get that the omeprazole is the second fastest PPI in onset of action. Risek is highly effective in GERD. Unsurpassed healing rates in treatment of ulcerative gastroesophageal reflux disease, GERD, the omeprazole 20 milligrams is equivalent to rabeprazole 20 milligrams. Both are 81%. And the healing rate at 8 weeks is almost similar, for 94% with 92% for omeprazole and rabeprazole. PPI's shared properties. What is the active form? All PPIs have the active form of benzimidazoles. All PPIs have the chiral center. We have the S and R enantiomers. Both are mirror images. S enantiomers and R enantiomers are almost similar in the chiral center. Both R enantiomers and S enantiomers when activated will change to a new molecule called the cyclic sulfonamide. So the S enantiomer will be submitted from the active ingredient. Same active form. No pharmacodynamic argument in favor of any single enantiomer formulated of any PPI. According to the American Journal of Gastroenterology, said that all PPIs are equivalent on milligram basis. Unsurpassed results in NERD. There is no significant differences in symptom resolution rates between omeprazole 20 milligrams and esomeprazole 20 milligrams in 4 weeks therapy. We have the 85.3% for omeprazole and 83.9% for esomeprazole. Unsurpassed results in H. pylori eradication and the triple therapy of omeprazole amoxicillin. We have the 91% for both omeprazole and esomeprazole. PPI's shared properties. We have the drug interactions. FDA reported interactions with PPI says that these potentially important drug interactions, although rare, were no less frequently on pantoprazole than on omeprazole or lansoprazole, suggesting a class effect. pH-dependent interactions. pH-dependent. pH some drugs need pH to be reduced for ketoconazole and itraconazole to work. And all drugs that reduce the acidity of the mediums for these drugs will reduce its activation. So it's class-dependent property, not for omeprazole itself. The cytochrome P50, 450 dependent interactions. The cytochrome P450 dependent interactions, we have the interactions with vitamin K antagonists and possible interactions with clopidogrel. Both are class-related effects, not specific on the omeprazole, are class for the PPIs. FDA report. And this diagram shows a study on 950.1 million packages of cases. 81 from this large number show the interactions. So this is rarely of no significance, about 0.09 million. Risek technology, race results, Risek indications. As you know, we have three main categories for the indications of Risek. We have the 20 milligrams, the 40 milligrams, and the Risek injections. I'd like to inform you that Risek injection is now registered in the Ministry of Health and is now available in both private and public sectors. The Risek 20 is prescribed in NERD and GERD grade 1, long-term maintenance and prophylaxis with non-steroidal anti-inflammatory drugs. To prescribe 40 milligrams is GERD grade 2 or greater, H. pylori eradication, and gastric ulcer. The prescribed Risek injection is for bleeding peptic ulcer, stress ulcer, and preoperative prophylaxis, and acute gastritis. GERD grades 2 or greater. This is severely immunoscale. Shows that omeprazole healing rate with 20 milligrams and 400 milligrams, and this is week 2, week 4, and week 8. Now we talk about the maintenance. To maintain the good health after healing, we have Risek 10 or Risek 20, and these are the effects of the maintenance with 20 milligrams, 10 milligrams, and ranitidine. And Risek 20 milligrams shows the highest effect, maintenance, 77%. The gastric ulcer, a multinational double-blind study of 602 patients with endoscopic alley diagnosed gastric ulcer shows that omeprazole 400 milligrams shows the highest effect in gastric ulcers, about 91.4. H. pylori eradication in the triple therapy, omeprazole, amoxicillin, and metronidazole showed 91% of healing rate. The first and only PPI that ensures complete relief from all acid-related disorders due to the unique protection of the acid-vagal PPI. And thank you.
صفق صفق. I see that. صفق good job.